Hey everybody, how's everyone doing today? I've got a slightly different video today for you. First of all, before I start, I want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate it a lot. It's cool. Um, Also, I can't see a lot of comments that some people put. So if I don't reply to those comments, it's because I can't see them. I can see the notification, but I can't see the actual comment, which is annoying. But yeah, this video will be on why I hate Lorne Armstrong. Now, I was never the biggest lawnographer when I first started, when I first got into TCAP. I was never the biggest lawnographer. I found him kind of boring, played out, overused, you know, and he is. But as of lately, I've been getting into the lawn thing, and this guy's a real piece of shit. So this video is going to be about why I hate lawn. So, first point is he scammed $30,000 before the sting. He scammed $30,000 off Durango Mango. Now, Durango Mango is a band which consists of two people, Betty and Eric, and they're an old couple and they hired Lorne to do some work on their mobile home because Lorne's a builder, you know, we all know that. So they hired him. He wanted half the money up front, and then he did a little bit of work, and then took off with $30,000 because it was 60 grand. So he's a piece of shit for that. I've got the interview for those of you who haven't seen it. I'll let it play a little bit. It's an hour 49 minutes long, so we won't watch the whole thing, but I'll just play some important bits, and we'll just find out what she has to say. So yeah, let's get into it. Hang on a minute. I'll just have to fix my useless uh, audio output. I'll just fix this OBS useless fucking shit. Okay, are we good? Yes, we're good.
I've got some slack from some people. There was one particular.
So this is Betty talking about people who say that Lorne killed her husband because Eric, the husband, is dead, and he had a heart attack. And I say it's due to stress because he lost $30,000. That's point number two. But I'll let it play.
Particular woman that made a comment that I said that Lorne killed my husband. I would like to clear that up.
Okay.
I can't say that he killed him, but I can't say that he didn't contribute to the stress that he was holding in, keeping inside. Because by this point in time, we now know that they're worthless, all three of them.
Yeah.
So she just said all three of them. So that's Lorne and his crew. Lorne had a crew working on the house, e.g. doing fuck all.
And there was he had already gotten, and that was another thing. She said, when did they give him the money for? Because it was going to cost us $60,000. He wanted half up front. That's business.
Right.
That does happen.
Right.
That's not unusual.
Right.
So he got it. But then he wanted another $10,000. And I said, no. No. What did you do with the money that you already had? Well, I paid my workers, but they didn't do anything. He says, well, I trust them. And I said, well, I don't. I don't even know them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lorne wanted another another 10 grand. So she gave him 30 grand. Hindsight's a great thing. If I was getting work done on something, I really don't think I could let go of that much money to someone before the work had been done. You know, business or not. Where I come from, I pay all bills after the work's been done. They send you an invoice. I don't think I'd give someone that much money. I know, but it's easy. It's easy for me to say that now, and it's especially older people. They're a bit. God, some older people, not saying old people, but some are a little more naive. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. But you know what I mean. Old people are sort of like, oh yeah, he's a builder. Here you go. Have the money. They don't think about how big pieces like how. Oh, fuck, I don't know what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean. Older people are just sort of a bit more trusting, I guess. She obviously is anyway.
And so from that point forward is when I said, look, you need something, you tell us, we will call and we will make the order. And that's when I called that lumber company, and the guy told me it was going to rain in my house. Do you remember me telling that?
Yeah, you can tell it again if you got the time, because I know people
I
would be
do.
interested in hearing it.
It's not very long. I can't tell you what it was that he ordered,
Mm-hmm.
but I had the list in front of me, and I read it to the man at the lumber store, at the building store, and he said to me, "What are you doing with this stuff?"
Yeah.
I said, "We're putting an addition on our home, our mobile home, and this is for the addition. This is for the roof." He said, "Lady, it's gonna rain in your house." He said,
Okay, so Lorne got the wrong stuff. Lorne got the wrong insulation or something. He got something that soaks water up when he's not meant to get that one. And lady, it's gonna rain in your house. So Lorne doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. We all know that. I know we all know this, but this lornography stuff goes deep, real deep. And I know it's been done, but I just didn't realize how deep it had gone. So that's why I'm doing this video. I know it's not very topical because, everyone knows Lorne, but I just find it interesting.
"You need, I can't think of it, a certain type of insulation that's called water and ice, which he didn't order. He ordered just a regular type of insulation, I guess. And the man, the way he explained it to me is, what you're ordering is going to absorb moisture, and it's going to continue to absorb moisture. And it will keep absorbing like a sponge until it breaks free from where it's nailed, and it's going to crash through your ceiling." I went outside. I said, "Guys, have you ever done this kind of thing before?" And he said, and one said, "Well, I put a roof on my uncle's barn."
You put a roof on his uncle's barn. That sounds a lot more. It doesn't sound like you need any sort of qualification to put a roof on a barn. What the fuck lives in a barn? You know what I mean? As opposed to a house with a human being in it. You need to have. There's all sorts of codes and stuff. Anyone who's done any building will tell you that there's all kinds of rules. I would never trust a guy like fucking Lorne. It's Lorne, Lorne, and you're Kayla. I would never trust that cunt. I never would. God damn it. So this is a big reason why I hate Lorne, because he fooled these poor old people. How could you do that? How could you do that? I would like to think no one I know would take 30 grand of old people's money and then put up a few pieces of wood and then drive away to Nashville to become a fucking country music singer.
Now,
I hate this guy.
I do know about him. I don't know if that was his uncle or not, or if that was somebody else that he even screwed over. I don't know. But I do know there was a man here, and we were in good company because he stiffed a professor in one of the colleges, that worked at one of the colleges for about $20,000.
Lorne did, yeah. Can you tell us about that?
Not much, because I do not know the man's name.
Okay.
I just know from, well, it's a little interesting story how it happened.
Okay.
I said something to him about, I was told to watch you, and now I understand why. And he screamed out a name. I know who it was. It was this woman, and he named this woman's name, whom I had never heard of before.
Okay.
So Betty was told to watch Lorne by fellow Mainers because, according to this interview, and I won't play it the whole thing because it's an hour 49 minutes long, and we don't want to sit here for that long listening to me ramble on. But the Mainers, the state of Maine, they don't rat on their own kind. Apparently, according to Betty, if you're born in Maine, they won't say, other Maine-born people won't come up to you and say Lorne's a useless piece of shit because he's from Maine, and they don't do that to their own people, which I do get. Well, I don't get, but I do get. So that's why she was told to watch Lorne, and that's as far as it went. By a local guy. The local guy just rolled his eyes and said, just watch him. When the local guy really should have said, look, lady, you're not from Maine. Lorne is a piece of shit. He's not a builder. Don't give him your money. That's what a decent person should have done.
She was the one that knew the professor.
Okay.
And he assumed that she told me that he stiffed this guy too. But she never did. I never knew who she was. But when he said her name, I said, So I looked her up in the phone book and I called her. And I asked her, why does Lorne think you said some stuff about him? And she said, oh, he did this work on the man's house and so on, what I just told you. So now I know. But she said that he was a different kind of guy. She didn't say too much about him except he was a different kind of guy.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't say too much about him. No one says much about Lorne. If Lorne was where I'm from and an old lady came and the guy was going to build the house, I would rat out on Lorne. I would tell on Lorne straight away. I wouldn't give a fuck, especially if it was Lorne. I would say, look, lady, he's a moron.
Okay. But the vibe you got from her, I'm guessing, is she wasn't paying him a compliment and saying that. Am I right?
No.
Yeah. Unbelievable. So now we know that this guy, I mean, you're looking at this guy who's working on your house, and he's already got a bunch of your money, and you just found out that he stiffed someone else out of $20,000, and he's got $30,000 of your money, and you've just found out from somebody who knows what they're talking about the insulation, and you've confronted him. How did that exchange end? I mean,
I think that's how again, like I said, I can't remember exactly, but I
sure.
think the exchange ended when they decided they weren't going to come back.
So that exchange then and that confrontation would have come up
around that time, yeah.
Right about that.
Yeah, so that was it. That's how it ended. He left the building site and never came back, like the piece of shit he is. So I'll just skip to another part of the video, and we'll just talk about that because I've got a third part coming, and I want to get to it. I don't want to make this too long.
As he always did.
Yeah.
Okay, this is funny. I'm glad I clicked on this part. Where are we? 102, 15 seconds. We'll just go back to here and play.
That particular night. And he was crying.
So he's just rung up Betty. He's just rung Betty.
On the phone. As he always did.
Yeah.
He's just rung her up crying.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel terrible for what I did. I know I owe you money. I want to be friends. I'd like to invite you to dinner, but all I have is a can of peas. I'm not making that up.
Pathetic.
That really happened. Have witnesses. Other people.
A can of
People
peas.
heard the message.
That is funny. It's really funny how pathetic this guy is, man. He's just a fucking loser. I gotta be honest. When I first saw the uncut, Lorne's uncut, it wasn't actually that long ago. It was this year. And I didn't know. I didn't even know about him. It was early this year, I think. I thought, there was, there's certain predators that you sort of think, oh man, poor guy. Well, not poor guy. I don't mean that. You sort of, there is a human part of you that thinks, oh, you made a mistake. You're just a lonely loser. You're just a fucking lonely guy, whatever. I kind of thought that. I was like, it's so hard though because, I bought her a bracelet. That's actually grooming. So I shouldn't really feel that way because it's not right. But I don't know. It's just a human part. There's a human part of me. I just trust too much, But so you watch the bracelet buying and all that shit. Well, I'm not saying I felt bad for him, but I didn't hate him as much as this. But since I've learnt about all this stuff, you just realize what a piece of work this guy really is. And I do believe in karma because you can't pull a stunt like this. And Lorne is 36 at this point, when he scams this old lady, he's 36. So what's he done for the rest of his adult life? What's he done for the rest of his whole life? Scammed how many other people, So I feel like that's karma, that you do all that bullshit to people, and then you get put on an international TV show, and you're just the laughing stock of the world. Oh man, is that not karma? Tell me that's not karma. The laughing stock of the world. Everyone's laughing at you. There's endless content about you. People are still laughing about your TCAP segment. What is it? 14 years later. That is karma, and I'm really glad. But I still think it's not enough. Even when he stole that 30 grand, it's still not enough. Like, that's 30 grand. That's you need to pay that back, Lorne. Only then can I start to, forgive you. I'll never forgive you, but only then can you get some slack.
Oh man.
Unfortunately, I don't have that message anymore.
No, why would you?
Other people heard that message and guffawed, just like you did when they heard. I'm pretty sure it was peas, though.
Church members and Lornographers, if you're listening, that needs to be one of our new things that we say. All I got is a can of peas. I mean, the guy is obviously a drunk. I'm curious to know, do you think he ever showed up to work at your place drunk? I'm sure he showed up hungover.
He ever sobered up?
Yeah.
I think it was one continuous day for him.
Yeah.
So I'll stop it there. If people would like me to keep reviewing this call, I can. I don't know how interesting this is to people, so I'll leave it those two parts. Those are pretty much the main parts. There's a few little bits and pieces here and there that I could talk about. I'll put this in the description, the link to the video. It's a great interview. I don't know who the guy is, but it's a great interview. I would shout him out, but I don't know who it is. So anyway, this is the next video. Everyone's probably seen this. I just want to talk about this quickly. It's just because he's such a fucking moron. And look at this backdrop. That is just depression, isn't it? Look at all that. That is depression. We'll get into this.
And this is from Artsy Tiger. And this is what he says. You attempted to kidnap and rape a 13-year-old and you are selling autographed shirts of yourself. You spent 5 years in prison, and now you put on bare basic cooking shows and get catfished over and over again by women you think want to be your girlfriend. Most of the people who are leaving comments to you are using your own quotes from your chat log because they think you are a joke. I'm not trying to be mean to you at all. I actually want to warn you that there are several people who are going to go at you over and over again. You keep thinking that these women who contact you want to meet you or want to be your girlfriend, and they are all fake and they are all working together and know about one another. The vast majority of people who leave messages or even buy a shirt, if any do, think you are a complete joke. It's sometimes difficult to watch, to be honest. There are also those who have already contacted you, who post your conversations on YouTube for everyone to laugh at. They have also contacted other people who got caught in these things and are harassing them and getting them to do and say very explicit things and then posting them to be laughed at. And to try to get, where am I? And to try to get people rearrested. This is no laughing matter. If you are contacted
I'll dislike this video just because it's Lorne.
by phone, do not even stay on for a moment. I would also suggest removing your YouTube channel and just laying low. You have people who are working against you all the time, and they change their names in order to trick you into talking to you, trying to seduce you. I don't know why you fall for any of it. Driving out to meet someone, it's all fake. Don't accept the phone calls anymore. Remove your channel and move on with your life. What is going on here is not healthy. So.
Okay, so that artsy tiger, you summed it up perfectly. I've actually thought about saying this to this fucking moron before too. You know, everyone is laughing at you. Everyone thinks you're a joke. All the girls, the Ramona phone calls, for those of you who haven't heard those prank calls, look them up. Ramona versus Lorne. Ramona is a girlfriend of Lorne's who is not real, who catfishes him, along with a whole lot of other people, a whole lot of other TCAPists. Look it up if you haven't. You probably have already, but I hadn't, and I found it pretty interesting. So this guy falls for it over and over again. He's just a fucking moron. His IQ's got to be fucking 70. I just can't see how someone can be so stupid.
I guess my question to everybody in my, well, quote-unquote community is, should I be taking this person's advice and shutting down my YouTube channel, or do you guys like what I'm doing with the show? And
yeah, I hate his many syllables as well. If you listen closely, you can hear he stutters before and after most words. It's so irritating. Do you like what I'm doing with the show?
With my music and with the exercises and being able to communicate with everyone, or am I really just a joke to everybody?
Yes.
Because if I'm just a joke to everybody, then I'll just leave. I mean,
yeah. Okay. I just wanted to just put that bit in there. The rest of the video really isn't that interesting. It is the last video he's ever put.
So I'm talking, help me out a little bit and support me away from the NBC crap. Because I'm doing everything I can to do what I can to make everybody on here happy.
Okay, Lorne, let's look at these comments. Kayla would be about 25. You should give her a call. I'd like a kiss first. Hi, 13 female here. 13 built good. Channels like these. Look at this. Explain featuring Chris Hansen. Look, everyone's taking the piss out of you, Lorne. What do you think? You should delete your channel. I've never seen a more hated man on YouTube. Yeah, rightfully so. It's ruthless and it's good because this guy is a fucking moron. So to summarize this video, the reasons why I hate Lorne. Reason number one, he stole $30,000 from the old lady and the old man. Reason number two, I'm going to say it, he contributed a lot to Eric, which is the old man who gave him the 30,000's death by causing stress, and that is a silent killer. Stress. Reason number three, the TCAT bullshit. We all know that. He's a fucking idiot. So 3 reasons. That's heaps of reasons. I don't know. I know people know about Lorne, but I just thought I'd do a little extra video. So I hope everyone had a good Christmas day, and I'll post another normal video. Should we watch the rest of this? Let's watch it. Why not?
So that's all
I'll post another normal video after this one.
Yeah, for now. I didn't read another chapter in my book last night because of circumstances, and I'm not going to read another one tonight because I'll let you know that I have class on Thursday nights that I have to go to for, well, I don't need to go into detail. I have class that I have to go to on Thursday nights. So,
Whoa, so subtle. So subtle. You have class that you have to go to. We could never guess what that is. Could we, Lorne? Did Lorne have a stroke at one point? Look at that eyeball.
but I guess that's about it for this message. I'll be watching the comments and reading them in the comment section. Thank you guys for listening.
You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Okay, I think that'll just about do it for this video. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching.